The Space Force. Does that make sense? The Space Force. We may even have a Space Force.
President Trump has mentioned the Space Force a couple of times, and what he's alluding to is an ongoing debate in Congress that is creating a separate military service that focuses on space and military space capabilities.
Space is a warfighting domain, just like the land, air, and sea.
The U.S. has become increasingly reliant on space capabilities for military operations across the full spectrum of conflict, from fighting terrorists in Iraq and Syria and Afghanistan.
We need to protect the American people, and security is going to be a very big factor with respect to space.
In 2001, there was a special commission created by Congress. They call it the Space Commission. And the final report of that commission recommended eventually transitioning to an independent military service for space. Warfighting in space is not like Star Wars, and it's not Space Marines. It's nothing like that. There are no military, service members in space fighting in these. It's all remote. All of these are unmanned satellites that the military uses. It's always been unmanned in space. All of our manned space programs have been civil space programs. They've been through NASA.
We have the Air Force, we'll have the Space Force, we have the Army, the Navy.
There are a lot of things that President Trump has said that other presidents haven't said before, but the U.S. military is critically dependent on its space capabilities, and it's something we have to take seriously.
At some point in the future, we're going to look back and say, how did we do it without space?
It would take several years, even if the decision was made today. First of all, for Congress to decide what to do, but then also to implement it once Congress has made the decision. I think it will take at least 5 years, maybe more like 10 years, to transition to a new military service for space.
Because we're getting very big in space.